That's right, everyone. Welcome back to another series of DoctorMind, aka Doctor Who Mastermind. It's kind of a crossover and kind of just where I cut my teeth doing, podcast-related stuff with Will, an idea that I came up with to put onto his Who Game Shows channel, which I've now extended into my Star Trek podcast channel. You can go and check that out anytime. You will find one series already on the Who Game Shows channel. We did record a second one, but unfortunately it wasn't salvageable. Our audio was kind of bad. But we are here. We've got a whole bunch of new contestants who are willing to test their mettle and their Doctor Who knowledge and Whoniverse knowledge. And all that remains for me to do is to say I will go over the rules as we hit them, but I have got a little bit of business that Will has asked me to deal with first, which is during this particular tournament of Doctor Who Mastermind, making it to the final will automatically qualify you as a team captain for Will's next game show that he's recording, which is, I believe, a Doctor Who-themed University Challenge or Universe Challenge. So, yeah. Of course, if it happens to be Will that advances in this episode, then whoever's in second place would qualify for that, because Will can't compete since he's writing the questions, and that wouldn't be very fair. So,
don't worry, he won't be the winner whilst I'm on the show.
Oh, I'm liking this
we'll see
already.
We shall see, my friend.
As I was saying off air,
I'm a seasoned veteran.
I have spun the wheel of names in lieu of picking straws or anything, and it came up with the first person to join us on the black leather chair. So, Will, if you'd like to step forward, please.
God. Okay, I'm the first one contested on my own YouTube channel. Fantastic. No pressure.
Welcome, Mr. Will. What is your full name or handle, if you don't mind giving us, and where are you contacting us from today?
Sure, my name is Will Templar. I am the owner of Who Game Shows, and I am contacting you from Bristol.
Awesome. Yeah, I was going to say you are the quiz master, as it were, the overall channel runner, and DoctorMind is your only opportunity to actually compete, since it's a quiz that I'm responsible for. So
I mean, it's not for lack of trying and getting other people to host some stuff, because I do want people to, branch out, reach out to me and get on as a host. But I'm glad to be back. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, with this being the only one so far, though, since I'm the only other person that hosts something, you get very competitive about it. And I know you've been revising and studying your specialist subject quite heavily. So
yes. But
you don't want to.
I found out that the other two have as well. So I'm a little bit less optimistic, but we'll see how it goes.
That's fair. Well, I'm sure you won't make a fool of yourself, but I know you don't want to. And I have to bring up that you have obviously been on DoctorMind before on the series that aired. And you did, unfortunately, go out in the first round of that one.
Just before this recording, me and Richard did say that I was absolutely shafted with the questions, as we said at the time. So I forget that even happened. We'll forget.
Yeah, I was railing against that at the time, but looking back at it now, I think my questions that I pitched were at a ridiculous expert mind level, shall we say? Yes. So not the best, but So
that's all right.
In any case, Will, the first round, as you know, is the specialist subject round. I'm going to quickly go over the rules for anybody who's listening for the first time, and just to make sure everyone here knows what happens. Basically, it is the British quiz show Mastermind, except all of the questions are Doctor Who themed. So the first round, contestants will all choose a specialist subject, or all already have, and they will get 2 minutes to answer as many questions as they can on that specialist subject. You can pass as many times as you like, and the only time it will be relevant will be if it's a draw, in which case the contestant with the fewest number of passes would win or would progress to the next round. The second round is much the same, except it's just general knowledge or general Who knowledge, and you get a little bit longer. You get 2.5 minutes for that round when that comes up. But first of all, we have to deal with the specialist subjects rounds. So, Will, what was your specialist subject that you picked today?
So with Series 1, I chose the Matt Smith era, and of course that shafted me, because I love that era, so you gave me really tough questions. So this time I'm going for my second favourite era of the show, which is the Capaldi years.
The Capaldi era, indeed. So I have a bunch of questions on the Capaldi era for you. My timer is set, and we'll go when I give you the nod. So, Will, are you ready?
Great heavens, yes I am.
Okay, your 2 minutes starts now. What alias does the 12th Doctor use to disguise his identity in Time Heist?
The Architect.
Correct. How long did the Doctor and River spend together on Beryllium?
24 years.
Correct. What was the name of the squeaky toy used to torment the Doctor?
Mr. Huffle.
Correct. With Dr. Mysterio. What university does the Doctor work for throughout Series 10?
Pass.
Okay. What name is given to the Dalek from Into the Dalek and Twice Upon a Time?
Rusty.
Correct. Instead of a sword, what does the Doctor use to duel against Robin Hood in Robot of
Spoon.
Sherwood? Correct. What object does the Doctor use to assess the gravity and kill the moon, as he had previously done
Yo-yo.
in Ark in Space? Correct. What is Danny Pink's real first name?
Awesome.
It's Rupert, sorry.
Oh, fuck, gosh. Yeah. Oh, no.
What's the name of the virtual assistant who welcomes the recently deceased to the Nethersphere?
Missy. I don't know the acronym.
It's Seb, sorry.
Oh, Seb. Oh, shit, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What word is the Doctor surprised that the Daleks know in The Witch's Familiar? Ultimately, he teaches it to
Mercy.
Davos in the past. Correct. What was the name of the homicidal computer from Mummy on the Orient Express?
Gus.
Correct. What catastrophic event is the Earth protected from by trees during In the Forest
Solar
of
flare.
Doom? Correct. According to the Doctor in Under the Lake, which popular song once got stuck in his head for 2 weeks, causing him to dismantle his only radio?
Peter Andre, beautiful. Beautiful girl. I don't know. Pierre Andre. Come on, give it to me.
It's Mysterious Girl. I can't give you that, sorry.
No.
Which episode features the monstrous Cantravari?
What the hell were they pass?
Pass, okay. Who played the landlord in Knock Knock?
David Suchet.
Correct. Who wrote The Eaters of Light as well as the classic story Survival?
Monroe.
First name?
Rose.
It's Rona Monroe, sorry. In World Enough, I've started, so I'll finish. Ignore that timer. In World Enough and Time, which floor of the colony ship was the first to have Mondasian cyber?
Fuck off. You literally berated me for this kind of question the other day.
It's the exact question you used. I just wanted to bring it up.
Right, okay. It's one of two numbers in my head. It's either 504 or 1107. I'm going to go for the latter.
It's actually 1056 or 1056.
Oh, okay. Second one was close, but yeah. All right, I'm happy with that.
I feel sad. I feel sorry for that one. Sorry, that was a bit of a dig, but
It's all right.
I genuinely put it quite late on because I wasn't expecting you to get so far, and you ended up doing pretty well. At the end of your specialist subject round, Will, you scored 10 points with 2 passes, a few incorrects that we dealt with as well. As I forgot to say it, by the way, during instructions, if you give me an incorrect answer, I'll tell you what the answer is. If you pass, I'll just move on and tell you at the end of the round what the correct answer was. So just to go over those passes, the university the Doctor worked for throughout Series 10 was St. Luke's.
No idea.
And let's see, the episode that featured the Cantravari, that's the official name of the Dream Crabs. It was Last Christmas.
Oh, okay.
If you knew me at all, you'd know that.
You love that episode, yeah.
Yeah,
Richard, how did you do with those? I'm intrigued.
I didn't keep count, but I got most of the same ones that you did. I guessed Last Christmas Cantravari, and the floor number 1057 or 56. I can't remember now that I'm trying to say it. I know that because I've just watched through the Master episodes.
Oh, nice.
Impressive. Nice.
Awesome. Right. Well, Will, if you'd like to take your seat back on the
Thank you very much.
clearly there couch that nobody can see.
It is here, yes.
And Richard, if you'd like to step up to the intimidating black leather chair.
Damn, the budget's increased.
You said it.
Okay. Alonzi.
Aha, welcome to Dr. Mind. This is your first appearance, so could you please tell us your name or handle and where you're contacting us from?
Sure, my name's Richard. I go online by Garnetto, and I am from Lancaster.
Awesome. And as I've said, this is your first appearance on the Who Game Show's channel, but Will has informed me it's been long coming. It's been something he's planned on doing for a while, and he tells me that you're a bit of a Doctor Who trivia nerd on the web. You're a fan of all things Doctor Who trivia.
Yeah, I do a lot of the things that pop up on Twitter, just the quizzes. I think the thing that got me and Will sort of in touch with each other mainly was that there was a quite hard quiz that he got like 4 out of 15 on, and I got almost all of them right.
Fair enough.
But I like doing them just for a bit of fun.
Yeah, well, as I say, I know you've been preparing for this. You've been doing some beautiful smack talk against at least Will on the Discord servers and things.
Just me.
So are you prepared for this? Is there anything you wanted to get out of the way or ask before we start?
No, I think I understand everything.
Awesome. Well, as I say, if you need me to stop or pass or anything, let me know. But please, we need to know, what was your specialist subject?
My specialist subject was the Masters, the on-screen modern Masters. So from Professor Yana, Derek Jacobi, up to Sacha Dhawan.
Absolutely. Let's hope that isn't the questions, because you've given them away. But no, that's fine. Modern Masters, basically. So, as you know, Will scored 10 in his specialist subject round, so that's kind of where you're aiming to try and catch him so far. So are you ready?
Never.
I'm going to take that as a yes. And
Can we do him in? I'm the winner. Yeah.
He'll try anything once. Your 2 minutes start now. At what age was the Master taken to the untempered schism on Gallifrey and driven?
8 years old.
Correct. On what planet did the 10th Doctor encounter the War Master in the guise of Professor Yana?
Oh, pass.
Pass. Which episode saw the first appearance of Missy?
Deep breath.
Correct. What alias did the Saxon Master adopt in World Enough and Time?
Mr. Razor.
Correct. What was the name of the woman from the disciples of Saxon who retrieved the Master's ring and tried to resurrect him?
Mr. Fusis.
Correct. How was Missy eventually killed by her previous self?
Shot by the laser screwdriver on Maximum.
Correct. Which historical figure does the Master assume the identity of in The Power of the Doctor?
Rasputin.
Correct. In which episode is Mr. Saxon first mentioned?
Love and Monsters.
It's The Runaway Bride. Sorry, so close though. Although I think I might have got that wrong. I'm going to have to check that. So, put a pin in that. The Master and Daniel Barton conspired with what species to try and wipe out humanity?
Oh, Crephasis.
It's Kasavin. Sorry.
Kasavin, yeah.
Which Scissor Sisters song does the Master play?
I can't decide whether you should live or die.
Correct. In total, how many individual episodes of Series 8 did Missy appear in?
7.
Correct. What did the Master name his new race of Cybermen made from converted
Cybermasters.
Correct. How did Missy get Clara and Unit's attention in The Magician's Apprentice?
She stopped planes in midair.
Correct. Who played the incarnation of the Master that directly preceded John Sim?
Derek Jacobi.
Correct. What was the name of the alien being captured by the Master and forced to power his cyber conversion planet?
Quilanox.
I can't give you that's Quarunks. Sorry. What was the name of the institute that Missy formed in her plans to convert I've started, so I'll finish. In her plans to convert humanity into Cybermen.
The 3W or 3 words.
3W absolutely is correct. So,
Fantastic.
bear with me because I'm going to go and double check that. I think I might have put the wrong thing down because I have a feeling Saxon may have been mentioned in Love and Monsters.
Depends on your definition of mention. He was on the newspaper that Victor Kennedy was reading.
I would have said Runaway Bride for that question.
Runaway Bride's the first time that he said out loud on screen.
Yeah, in which case I did say mentioned rather than...
Okay.
So I'm going to have to... Yeah, unfortunately. We'll keep that there, in which case you still did bloody well. You scored 12 points with 2 passes. With 1 pass, sorry, I should say. But it was question number 2, that's why I'm getting confused. So yeah, 12 points, and that 1 pass just to go over it in case anybody's playing along. The planet where the 10th Doctor encountered the War Master in the guise of Yana, it's the one from Utopia. It's called Malcasero.
Malcasero, of course, yeah.
I tested these questions on Will, and he didn't know that either. But then again,
I got a little bit stuck on that. I knew it was not Utopia, but I couldn't get Utopia out of my head.
For what it's worth, he didn't know Miss Trefusis either, and I think he was making out it was a tough question, and you got it, so...
That was a fantastic answer, yeah, well done.
So, yeah, if you'd like to take your seat back, we'll call up Jack for his round, and then we'll go and start everyone's second rounds.
Okay.
Welcome, contestant. Could you please tell us what is your name or handle, and where are you contacting us from today?
I am Jack Alexander, and I'm contacting you from just outside of Cardiff.
Awesome. And you have been on Who Game shows before, I'm informed. You appeared on Series 2, I believe, of The Chase. Yes. You won £30, which was your share of the £90 jackpot for defeating Dom, the Chaser, in that episode. So quite a good performance to start with.
I don't know how I did so well. I think Dom, fair play to him, might have just been having an off day because I know the man and he's a legend. And I was terrified when I realised we were up against him.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I can understand that. I'll have a proper chat with you before the second round anyway, Jack. But as I say, you've seen the other 2, so you know that Will scored 10 points in his specialist subject round, and Richard scored 12. So that's what you're aiming for, is to try and get past 12 if you can in this round to give you an advantage. So yeah, is everything okay with you? You happy? You know all the rules, and you're happy to proceed?
I believe so, yes.
And remind us, what was your specialist subject that you picked for this?
Series 4 of Doctor Who, New Who.
of New Who, absolutely series 4.
Yeah.
So the Doctor and Donna series, shall we say?
Yes.
As I say, we went over the rules earlier, so you can just pass if you need to, and hopefully we'll get through as many questions as we can. So, Jack, 2 minutes on series 4 of New Who. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Your time starts now. What colour is the Supreme Dalek in Journey's End?
Red.
Correct. When Rose encounters a drunk man proclaiming the end of the stinking world in the Stolen Earth, what's her response to him?
Pass.
Okay. Which episode saw the first appearance of Donna's granddad, Wilf?
Voyage. No, it's Voyage of the Damned.
That's correct. What is the title of the Series 4 episode in which the Doctor and Donna find themselves at a dinner party where one of the guests is Agatha Christie?
The Unicorn and the Wasp.
Correct. What is the name of the vehicle add-on responsible for poisoning the Earth?
Atmos.
Correct. Who played the Doctor's daughter?
Georgia, at the time, Moffat.
Absolutely.
Now Tennant.
Correct. What were the individual members of the Hath species named after?
I'll pass.
Okay. What was Miss Foster's real name?
Oh gosh. Foster mother? Oh, I can't remember.
No, it was Matron Ophelia. So.
Of course, yeah.
Who wrote the episode Planet of the Ood?
That was Keith Temple. Is it Keith Temple that wrote that one?
Temple, correct. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
What weapon did the Doctor use against the pyrovials?
A water pistol.
Correct. Complete this Ood quote. Doctor, Donna, what?
Oh, God, I pass.
Okay. The actress who played the fortune teller in Turn Left had appeared exactly one season earlier as which character?
Chantho.
Correct. What was the name of the villainous human who found himself transformed into an Ood?
I'll pass.
Okay. David Troughton, son of Patrick, guest stars in which Series 4 story?
Midnight.
Correct. From the Library two-parter, ignore that, I've started, so I'll finish. From the Library two-parter, what does the acronym CAL stand for?
Pass, I can't remember.
Charlotte Abigail Lux. So yeah, at the end of that round, Jack, you scored 9 points with 4 official passes, because I told you that last one. So, yeah, not bad at all. It's third place, but it's very close. I mean, you're only 3 points from the lead, and you're only 1 point away from Will. So, not a bad performance at all. I do have to go over those passes in case anybody wants to play along at home. So, when Rose encounters a drunk man proclaiming end of the stinking world, I think we know what her response was. Will, you know this one, right?
Have one on me, mate.
Absolutely. That's correct.
Do you know what? As soon as I said pass, it came into my head. So I was like,
Typical. I don't know if anybody knows this. It's just a behind-the-scenes thing that I kind of always found interesting, that the individual members of the Hath are all named after Hollywood stars. That's why it's like Hath Peck after Gregory Peck and so on.
No idea about that one, yeah.
Yeah, nobody ever did. This is Will's question. I asked him to contribute one question.
I'm really surprised you didn't get this one. I thought it was pretty tame.
He contributed the question completely Ood quote, Dr. Donna what? Apparently it's friend. Dr. Donna Friend.
Dr. Donna Friend.
Yeah.
my mind just went blank.
And the villainous human transformed into an Ood was called Clinaman Halpin. So,
wow.
If you'd like to take your seat back, and we'll call everyone up for their second round. So, yeah, Will, if you'd like to step up to the chair for your second round, please.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Richard, were you sweating? It's very hot, this seat.
Oh,
yes, very much. I've got a fan blowing in my face.
Likewise.
as have I. I tell you, it's unseasonably hot in the UK at the moment, which is where most of us are calling from.
So to the audience, sorry if you can hear fans in the background.
Yes, apologies, but we really couldn't have survived without them on, I don't think, today. But with the connections held quite well, touch wood. But Will, so you've mentioned already your favourite Doctor is Matt Smith. That's your favourite era. Your second favourite is Peter Capaldi. So it's probably safe to say you're a fan of Stephen Moffat then.
Of course, yeah. I rewatched the Capaldi era for this show today, and I've got like a ranking of all the episodes and the ratings associated with each episode. And generally, the top episodes are Stephen Moffat episodes, whereas there's only one towards the bottom, which is Into the Dalek, which Moffat only co-wrote. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the Moff.
Awesome, cool. And So anyway, you're going to be the pace setter, Will, because you're going first, and then the others will try to catch you. So you're going to want to put up, a high score in the general knowledge round. So how are you feeling about the general knowledge?
Modern Who, I should be fine. Classic Who, a bit touch and go. But I recently have rewatched like the first, second, and third Doctor eras. So those eras I should be fine. Anything a bit later.
I'm scrolling through here and I'm seeing that it seems like a lot of Classic Who questions, but I didn't write these ones. I actually got a few of them from a quiz. I think I wrote some of them. The rest I got from
bugger.
All
right, I'm just gonna fly through with the passes. I'm just gonna fly with the passes.
Just gonna say, bear in mind you do have an extra 30 seconds in this round, so you have got a bit longer, and you can pass if you want to. But again, bear in mind if you have the most number of passes and it's a draw, that will count against you. But
I'm just gonna decimate your general knowledge questions.
Oh, thanks for that. So,
you're welcome.
You're currently on 10 points, so you have 2.5 minutes. Will, are you ready?
I am ready, yes.
Okay, your round on general Who knowledge starts now. In the Rebus operation, the first segment of the key to time was a large chunk of what valuable mineral?
Pass.
Okay.
Fuck knows.
The Ice Warriors come from which planet?
Mars.
Correct. What is the name of the ship that brought the humans to E-space in State of Decay?
Space of... pass. Yeah, pass.
What creatures can send you back in time with just a single touch?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
This really isn't as hard as you're thinking it is.
Yeah, no. My mind's just went blank. The Weeping Angels.
Correct.
Okay, thank God.
In the Time Monster, what pseudonym is used by the Master to carry out... Okay. In the Androids of Tara, Romana is a dead ringer... Oh, my word. What type of animal does Kerensky use for his time experiments in City of Death? Okay. Which swarming creatures live in the shadows and can strip human flesh in seconds?
The Vashalarada.
Correct. What's the actual name of the futuristic criminal who poses as Wang Qiang?
I know it as well. I'll pass.
Okay.
I'll come across as really racist if I give my answer.
Fair enough. The evil baddie in Fury from the Deep is a seaweed creature that lives in a natural gas pipeline. What weapon is used to defeat it?
Oh, what the hell? It's like a gun. I don't know. Pass.
It screams. What type of thorns? What type of thorns are frequently used by Leela to dispatch her enemies?
Pass. Fucking hell. It's not an era I've rewatched.
That's all right. What explosive did Ace frequently use in her travels with the Seventh?
And Nitro 9.
Nitro 9. Sorry,
I knew it. Oh.
In the Mark of the Rani, what does the Rani?
Stop giving me Classic Who.
That's just what's here, man. Which incarnation of the Doctor was the first to meet the Cybermen on screen?
The second.
It's the first.
What? Oh shit! Yeah.
What did the Daleks hope to learn from the Spiridons in Planet of the Daleks?
Invisibility.
Correct. Which the characters Joshua and Abigail Naismith appear in what story?
The End of Time.
Correct. Who were the race of fashion-impaired robots engaged in war with the Daleks and Destiny of the Daleks and the Pilot? Oh, pass. Okay. How many times does the Fourth Doctor face off against Davros on screen? You can answer. That's fine. I've started so finish.
3 times.
It's twice. Sorry.
Ah, bollocks. I'm not too gutted about that because that's probably the average. What did I get? Maybe 5?
At the end of that round, yeah, you scored 5 points with 9 passes.
Okay.
I do kind of have to go over. I'm sorry it was a lot of Classic Who, but that's just the way these questions have kind of fallen, unfortunately.
Yeah, that angel question, I was just like, oh my God, what is it? This is going to be such an obvious one, but yeah. I overthought
it. So yeah, in the Rebus operation, the first segment of the key to time was a chunk of the mineral called Jethric. The name of the ship that brought the humans to E-space was Hydrax. The pseudonym the Master used in the Time Monster was Professor...
Dominus.
It's Dasculus. In the Androids of Tara, Romana's a dead ringer for Princess Strella. Kerensky in City of Death, the best Doctor Who story, used a chicken for his time experiments.
Yeah.
The actual name of the criminal he poses as Wang Qiang is Magnus Greel.
Oh, that was literally a question in the chase as well.
Oh, you fool. The type of thorns used by Leela to dispatch her enemies are Janus thorns, which Tom Baker made her pronounce it like that because she was using Janus thorns and it sounded like a soap star, apparently. That's a story you hear a lot on behind the scenes. I've already said it was Nitro 9 that Ace used. In the Mark of the Rani transforms people into trees. Might be. Oh, the race of fashion-impaired robots from Destiny of the Daleks, and the pilot is the Movellans.
Yeah.
And that's it. There we go. That's all of the ones you passed on. So,
Okay.
at the end of that, your final score for today is 15 points, which, as you know from DoctorMind, anything can happen. That could definitely
That's respectable.
be a
Yeah,
score.
I'll take 15.
Very respectable. So, if you'd like to take your seat back, and we'll see how the other chaps do. And
Thank you very
Richard,
much.
if
Good
you'd
luck,
like
guys.
to pop back up.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, Richard. How are you
I feel
doing?
very embarrassed about interrupting the passes there and getting it wrong of all things.
Yeah.
Don't let that affect you, honestly, because we've all done much worse things than that in our time on the quizzes. Believe me, me included in the odd beat the chasers and stuff. But yeah, so I don't really know that much about you, Richard. So I'm just going to have to ask, who is your favourite Doctor and era then?
I like the Russell T Davies era. I tend to flip-flop between Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant. I love Christopher Eccleston, but I feel like he just needed that extra series. If he had 2 series, he would be my favourite, no doubt. But because he didn't get the chance to grow and develop like the others, David Tennant sort of pushes him just out.
Yeah, it's a very strong series, that first series, and I think it doesn't get credit because it is only one series, but it's definitely very good.
Yeah, it is an incredible series. I think Series 1 is my second favourite series, other than Series 4.
Wow, okay, cool. And how do you feel about classic Doctor Who? Because it's, by the looks of it, it's going to come up in the general knowledge. So
yeah, less confident. I like classic Doctor Who, except first and second Doctor era, mostly because of the missing episodes. I find it very hard to watch when, it's just randomly. Oh yeah, Jamie just randomly shows up because his introduction episode is missing. So it's like, yeah. But I like classic, but I'm definitely not as confident on classic as I am New Who.
That's fair enough. Well, you know that you scored 12 points in your specialist subject round on Modern Masters. Currently, we have Will on 15 points. So 3 points would tie with him and 4 points would put you into the lead. So are you, as I said, are you confident with this, or how do you feel?
Yeah, I think I can get 3 in 2.5 minutes easily.
As I said, you wouldn't have watched it because not necessarily being a fan, but on DoctorMind, we had a contestant who only had to get 3 in this general knowledge round and failed to do that against all odds. So it can happen.
I don't think he knows Doctor Who. I don't think he knows Star Trek as much as I know Doctor Who, though. So
That's fair enough.
He's got a own podcast about it.
Challenge. No, he is. He's good. He's my co-host on the podcast, but his memory sucks and he's terrible under pressure. Bless him. But,
I love you, DK.
yeah, we all do, DK. You did well. But yeah. Anyway, Richard, we are here with your second round anyway. So you know you're going to have 2.5 minutes, and you're familiar enough with the rules, yeah?
Yep.
Awesome. So, general knowledge questions all across the universe. Your 2.5 minutes starts now. What's the name of the so-called Planet of Gold from Revenge of the Cybermen?
Oh, don't know. Pass.
Okay. What episode did River Song first appear in?
Silence in the Library.
Correct. Professor Chronotis is a character in which Fourth Doctor story?
The Ribos operation?
No, it's Sharda. Sorry.
Yeah.
What did the Logopolitans create? Why did the Logopolitans create CVEs? Sorry.
Create CBEs?
Yeah.
No idea what that means. Pass.
Okay. Let's see. The Melker features in which Fourth Doctor story?
Pass.
Okay. When travelling in exospace in Full Circle, the Doctor met and took on a new companion. Who was that?
Adric?
Correct. Who refers to the Doctor as the oncoming storm?
The Daleks.
Correct. Which E-space alien knocks K9's head off?
Adric?
No, it's Marshman. I wish it was Adric. Which N-space planet has the same coordinates as Alzarius?
No idea.
Okay, I thought that was a pass. What was the name of the unit medical officer who the Brigadier put in charge of the Fourth Doctor after his regeneration?
Oh, Harry. I don't know. Harry, I don't know his surname.
Harry Sullivan, I can't give
Sullivan, yeah.
Which part of the Autons opened to become a gun?
Hands.
Correct. What does the acronym TOMTIT stand for? Keep it clean.
Don't remember. Pass.
Pass, okay. The Mara enters Tegan's mind when she falls asleep under what?
Kinder?
Not under wind chimes. Sorry.
Okay.
Which creature in the Impossible Planet took over the Ood's bodies and voices?
Sorry, say that again, sorry.
Which creature in the Impossible Planet took over the Ood's bodies and voices?
The Beast, Satan.
The Beast, yeah, that's correct. Which 12-part Doctor Who adventure from the 60s did a special Christmas story in the middle of the main plot?
War Games?
No, it was the Daleks' Master Plan. Which actress played the gun-toting Captain Briggs in Earthshock in 1982?
Pass.
That's okay. In which 1979 Doctor Who story... I've started, so I'll finish. In which 1979 Doctor Who story did the Black Guardian, played by Valentine Dial, first appear?
One of the Keys to Time, the Ribos operation?
No, it was the Armageddon Factor, but you were right. It was one of the Key to Time. You got that much.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, at the end of that round then, Richard, you scored 5 points as well.
Okay.
With, 6 passes. So that gives you a total score of 17 points, which
okay.
Repeated Will handily. So we just have to wait and see how Jack does. But I'll have to go over those passes for anybody, as I say, who's playing along. And they are the name of the planet of gold. Will, any ideas?
No clue.
It's Voga.
Of course.
The Logopolitans created CVEs to counteract entropy. But I don't blame you for not knowing that, because those episodes are dire.
I actually quite like that episode. I was thinking entropy, but it was because I didn't know what CVEs was. That was throwing me off on that one.
Human voidments or something. I don't know. I don't like those episodes myself. The Melka, speaking of which, appears in the story The Keeper of Traken.
The Melka, that's the Master's TARDIS.
Yeah, at one point, yeah. The end space planet with the same coordinates as Alzarius. You could have probably guessed it's Gallifrey.
Yeah.
Yeah. The acronym TOMTIT stands for Transmission of Matter Through Interstitial Time. And I think, the actress that played Captain Briggs in Earthshock was Beryl Reid. And that's it. We're currently in the lead. So if you'd like to take a seat back, and we'll call Jack up and we'll see what happens. Yeah, so we've heard how the others have done. So Jack, if you'd like to step back up, ready to take your general knowledge round question.
Yeah, I'm going to do terrible at this, but
you've heard the others both got 5 points in the general knowledge rounds. So you know that the high score at the moment is 17. And that was set by Richard. So obviously you're currently on 9 after your first round. So if my maths is working out, if you get 8 points, you'll tie it. And 9 points will win it for you. And you have 2.5 minutes to do it. But before all of that, Jack, you picked Series 4 for your specialist subject round. So I have to ask, is that your favourite overall series of Doctor Who?
I sort of have... I don't particularly have one favourite. I can't pick a favourite. I love so many so well, but Series 4 is up there. It's one of those top ones for me.
Yeah, it's very good. And are you a fan of Classic Who as much as the new ones?
I say I am, but I forget a lot more about it than I do New Who, so I'm scared currently.
Yeah, it seems to be what stumped the others, as you heard, and it seems to be what a lot of these questions are as I'm looking through them, because a lot of the general knowledge, I won't lie, I got out of a Doctor Who quiz book, and I have a feeling it's probably outdated, so it's 90% Classic Who, but we'll persist anyway and see how we do. So, and so I have to ask this, because I think I've more or less asked everyone, but who's your favourite Doctor overall?
I say David Tennant is my favourite as the 10th Doctor, but it's so close between him and so many others. I don't really have a least favourite, so I'm saying Tennant, but it could be different any other day of the week. Yeah,
well, you heard Garnetto say it was Tennant, but very close was Christopher Eccleston, so I think, yeah, fair enough. And we know that Templars is all Matt Smith, so there we go. No love for Capaldi or Jodie yet, although Capaldi was your second best, Will, I do remember. So
Capaldi's there for me. He's very, very close, very close.
He's probably the best actor to ever play the Doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Well, fair enough, yeah. Awesome. Right, well, so I've went over it already for you then, Jack. As I said, you know what you have to do. You've got to score 8 points to tie. 9 points would win the game. You can pass as many times as you like, but if you do, it might count towards you in a tie game situation. So... And you get 2.5 minutes on this because it's the second round. So, are you feeling confident?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Are you feeling ready at least?
Ready enough.
Awesome. Well, 2.5 minutes then on general Who knowledge. Your time starts now. In Vengeance on Varos, the Doctor visited the evil planet Varos to obtain which valuable commodity used by the TARDIS?
I'll pass.
Pass, okay. From which village in Sussex did the Seventh Doctor's companion Melanie Bush hail?
Pease Pottage.
Correct. Which author of Brain of Morbius used the pen name Robin Bland?
Is it Robert Holmes?
It was Terence Dix, sorry.
Of course, yeah.
In which story did the Doctor have an unwitting romance with an elderly lady named Kamika?
The Aztecs?
Correct. What was the title shared by the last episode of The Romans and the final story of John Pertwee's first season?
Oh. Pass.
Pass, yeah, fair enough. In Logopolis, what was the fate of Tegan's Aunt Vanessa?
She was shrunk by the Master using the TCER.
Correct. Yeah. Absolutely. In Terror of the Zygons, which legendary monster appears as a Skarasen?
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. In the Leisure Hive, the monsters were called Fomassi, which is said to be a deliberate anagram of what?
Pass.
Pass, okay. What was the title of the 100th Doctor Who story shown in 1978?
Oh, God. I'll pass. I can't think.
Fair enough. Who was the Cult of Skaro's leader?
Oh, Dalek Sec.
Correct. In a Series 7 New Who episode, what's the name of the town in the American West where the TARDIS accidentally lands in the 19th century?
Series 3?
Series 7.
Oh, Series 7. Oh, it's a town called Mercy.
Correct. What's the name of the small gargoyle creature from the Demons?
Oh, Bok, isn't it? Oh,
Bok is correct, yeah.
Yes.
Who was the only companion in Classic Who that did not have an episode showing how they met the Doctor?
Melanie Bush.
Correct. What was Perry Brown's full first name?
Perigilium?
Yeah, Perpigillium. I'll give you that.
Perpigillium,
What
yeah,
regular character fails the Croton's intelligence test?
Is it Jamie?
It is Jamie, correct. What constellation is Gallifrey located in?
Casterbarus.
Correct. Julian Glover plays Scarleone in City of Death and previously appeared in which... I've started so I finished. Previously appeared in which classic serial?
I know this. Is it the Crusades? Oh, I can't think. I think is it the Crusades?
It is the Crusade. Congratulations. Yes. Awesome. Well, Jack, unbelievably, at the end of that round, after the other two scored 5 points in general knowledge, you scored 12 points.
Wow.
In the general knowledge round. Equaling the highest score for any round, which is what Richard got for his, specialist subject. So we add that 12 to your existing 9, and with 21 points, Jack, congratulations, you are the winner of today's episode of DoctorMind.
Well done, Jack.
Well done. That classic knowledge really did you some favours there.
Yeah, you stormed that general knowledge round.
It's funny that I still matter better than my specialist subject.
Yeah, by far, yeah. Absolutely, but it works for you. So I have to ask, would you be willing to come back when we can schedule the final and pick a new specialist subject and compete to ultimately win? Awesome.
I would absolutely love to, yes.
Awesome. Well, so Richard and Will, you both did incredibly well. You've got no reason to hang your heads. How are you feeling after that?
Feeling good. Wish I'd done a little bit better on the general knowledge, but well, you win some, you lose some.
Absolutely, and you will.
Yeah, likewise. I think Jack did really well in the final 30 to 40 seconds because I think it was really, really close, and then Jack got a string of about 5 or 6 correct, and I was like, wow, he's just gone and won it. So yeah, very well deserving, and I think he's going to do really well in the final. So good luck, Jack.
Absolutely, and it's going to make one heck of an entertaining video when you edit it because it's going to be a last-minute victory as well. So
yes, fair play, man.
And Will, as I said, you're going to be editing all of these anyway and watching how everyone does. How are you feeling after just watching the first episode about the standard of contestants?
Oh well, we knew we were speaking about this before, and I think we went a bit crazy with the standard of the caliber of contestants for this series, and I think if this is going to set the standard for the series, then my God, why would you not subscribe and stick around for the rest?
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. So again, thank you to all 3 of you chaps here for taking part today and putting up brilliant performances. I hope you all go away with your head held high and keep loving all things Doctor Who. And join us for our next episode, which I believe will be in a couple of days. And hopefully we will have 3 more contestants taking on the intimidating black leather chair. Possibly 4 contestants as well, actually. So, and we'll see who gets to go through to the final to play against Jack. So, until then, take care. Bye.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.